Hello, 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 and welcome back to another episode of the
Girl, to
Married
get
to
a
Sports.
lot of
With me, as
dough.
always, I have
Anything is
Hot Rod,
possible.
Corey, and the Diabolical One. How you guys doing today?
Turn me up in the headphones.
Okay, y'all.
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Grind to get a
And
lot of
as a
dough. And
resident
girl, you
Great.
overcome obstacles, cause anything is
I
possible. Yeah.
was really happy to see
Man, I
last night's
got a
win.
lot of
Great
goals.
win
Stack
last
that
night,
bread
Dio.
on by my nose.
Aaron
Anything is
Rodgers has found a
possible.
fountain of youth in December. You kind of called it whenever we saw him get rocked that one time weeks ago. I had a feeling he was going to turn it around because he was a gun for hire. And now I'm actually starting to feel like the Pittsburgh Steelers are a team, and they're looking good. And I think that they're gonna. I called it before the season that they were gonna win the North, and I think they really are. It is theirs to lose.
Well, look at the defense last night. The way they performed without T.J. Watt. I mean they did well. I mean they ran the prevent offense and the prevent defense in the fourth quarter last night, which kind of pissed me off because they gave up a couple of garbage, touchdowns. But for the most part, they were in control of that entire game. I mean, starting the third quarter they lit it up, but then they kind of went back on their autopilot selves. But T.J. Watt wasn't there last night, and the defense. Ramsey had a good game. Hayward had a good game. It looked like a decent defense out there last night.
There was one part of that game I really liked, and it's sad. It was actually an injury. When Micah Fitzpatrick went down, seeing both teams come out there onto the field. I know he walked off on his own ability, so hopefully he's not hurt too bad. But that was good to see both teams. It was you
Well,
could tell he
he was
he left
drafted.
his
Look,
mark
he
on
was
both
drafted.
franchises.
He was a Steeler until we traded him. So
Yeah,
they're look. They still know each other, and there was some good. I don't know if you saw some stuff circulate on TikTok today, but there was Hayward and another guy with Fitzpatrick last night after the game taking pictures together.
Yes.
It was pretty cool. So
yeah,
um,
yeah.
yeah,
It's good to see that though. I mean, because it wasn't like he signed as a free agent and just
he got
left. He got
traded.
traded.
Johnny Smith showed up last night.
So
DK had a hell of a catch for a run that was a hell of a touchdown.
No,
Because he should have been tackled 3 times on the way to the
I'm
end
glad you
zone,
brought up. I'm glad you brought up
and the
Johnny
Dolphins
Smith.
just
I
gave
thought
it
he
up.
kind of had a
But
revenge game.
yeah,
I
last
thought it
time
was a revenge game for him. Period. Because he had a really good season, and then they
he
traded
did.
him. They had no reason to trade him. I'm glad your Steelers got him. I wish that your. I'll circle back to that. But the the both tight ends, Waller had a great game, and Johnny Smith had a great game, and it was nice to see both of those guys finally have a good game. I like both those tight ends, and I don't feel like either one of them really fit where they are. And
But,
so I kind of hope to see them go.
I'm going to
But
push back right there. I think Waller being injured, what was it we talked about since week 7? Exactly. That's
Week
what I was
week
going.
7, and I mean he was getting hot before that. And I think
That's where
I
I
think
was
the
going with
Dolphins
that.
may have won
Thank
one or
you,
two more
Dio.
games if
You
Waller was
know,
playing.
absolutely, but I still think that he'd be better somewhere with a better offense. I mean, you've lost what 14 or somewhere between 14 and 17 games consecutive in the cold weather. That's not good. Waller is a cold weather guy, but doesn't belong in Miami. Now, one of the things that I will say for the Steelers is I'm sick of everybody calling for Tomlin, and not one person is calling for that OC. I want the OC gone. I'm not even. I know everybody listening to this show probably thinks that I'm actually an avid Steelers fan. I'm really not. I'm really a Cowboys fan. I just happen to pick the Steelers to win the North this year. Your offensive coordinator needed to go 3 years ago.
But this is one Steelers fan you haven't heard call for Tomlin's job.
Yeah,
Everybody asked me, "What about Tomlin?" I'm
and,
like, he'll retire when he wants. He's not getting fired. There's no
and I've
need to
had to
talk
say
about
that
it
many
because
times
we
on
don't fire
lives
coaches.
about the
We just
Steelers
don't
to
fire
not
coaches.
firing coaches. I mean, every year when y'all are one and done in the playoffs, the first thing you hear is Tomlin needs to go. What about putting guys around Tomlin to get the right formula working like it was at one point? And I'm talking about players, I'm talking about coaches, I'm talking about everybody.
Yeah, Arthur
When
Smith
you
is terrible.
Theo, you
Yeah.
said it. When you signed TJ Watt to that $150 million contract when he had a year or two left, or whatever the number was, it did handicap y'all. You see it. I mean, that's just,
Hmm. Yeah, but I also saw defense last night play together as 11 men. And, look, Miami, you can say whatever you want about Miami. They put a beat down on the Bills, but yet the Bills put a beat down on Pittsburgh. And that was the game that Aaron Rodgers got rocked, where they pretty much kind of left him out there like, here, man, go ahead and get him. And that's when he got his face busted up. And then next thing you know, Aaron Rodgers is got the cobwebs out and he's playing like the Aaron Rodgers of old. Um, but I've always said this when you hear everybody wants Tomlin's job. Pittsburgh is a drinking town with a football problem. And that's all there is to say about it. All your noise is coming out of Pittsburgh fans in Pittsburgh. Now, you got fans like me across the nation that are kind of going, we don't fire coaches. What are you talking about? Stop it. You're the ones that are going to the games. I sit at home and watch them. And yeah, I'm not happy with some of the performances. But at the end of the day, I'm not looking at Tomlin going, you got to go. It's
I agree.
Arthur Smith, I don't think is a great offensive coordinator. Period. And the defensive
and
coordinator, to be honest with you, is handicapped by that contract of TJ Watt. So I can't look at the defensive coordinator because Tomlin is a defensive
and
minded guy.
we've
So I got to
been
look at the
talking about
offense
the
if we're not
Steelers.
if
You
we're
know
not
what?
putting up
That third
points.
quarter where the Dolphins really ruined the chance of winning the game. 30 yards of offense.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah,
mean, honestly,
In the
because
third
the
quarter, yeah.
Dolphins
yeah. It was
were
ugly. Yeah, I agree.
What 7-3 at halftime. That's what I'm saying. But you know
Yeah.
what?
Well, we were up
Ultimately,
7-3.
they played the first half well
Yeah.
enough to win that game, whether the score reflected or not. But that third quarter, keep going back to it. It really
They went in at halftime. They got warmed back up,
exactly.
sat down, and they never came back out in the cold for that third quarter. They started playing in the fourth, but like I said, we were playing prevent offense and prevent defense, and it just drives me nuts when you go on that lackadaisical. You know, we got a big lead. We're just going to do just
That's
enough not to
twice
give it
now.
up.
Today and
But
yesterday, I've
anyways,
heard
that's
you
all I
say
got to say
prevent
about the Steelers
offensive. That's
today.
exactly what it looks like. I mean, it looks like you guys just don't want to move the ball, and we're going to put it on our defense to carry the load. And that's not right. I mean, to sit there and do that to your defense. But now, I've heard you and Hot Rod talk about the TJ Watt deal. Corey, I've never heard you say anything about the TJ Watt deal. How do you feel about the TJ Watt deal?
The same way I feel about the Micah Parsons deal. Both of them handicap their teams. You know, you can't. And it does look at perfect example Cincinnati. Look at Cincinnati. They've handicapped that team wise because three offensive players, which are great offensive players, don't get me wrong, you know, are your highest
No,
paid
it takes
players.
more than one person.
Then they
For you're
finally got to
right.
pay Hendrickson, but they can't stop a nosebleed. You know, they, and then Pittsburgh Watts gets hurt every year. You give him a big contract, he gets hurt every year, some way somehow. Parsons, not I feel bad for him having it, but we've watched it in Dallas. There was games he'd miss 4 games. After the first 2 years, the last 2 years, he was getting hurt. And like you say, Brandon,
You know
these
what,
players
Corey, to your
we
point,
we pay them
right
when they
there, we
perform. Why
saw
can't we
Aiden
take away their
Hutchinson get the
salaries when they don't
bag
perform?
this year too. You know what? When you give these guys the bag, you know what you're doing? You're shortening your window to win, ultimately. Because you know what? You're putting all your eggs in one basket, and at some point, they are going to
I
crack.
disagree wholeheartedly with all three of you and with everything you're saying right now. I disagree with the JJ or the TJ Watt contract, and I disagree with everything Rod is currently saying.
With what? Oh, yeah, the TJ Watt contract. No, I don't. I don't. You know what? Right now, if I was going to pay one player on a defensive team,
Miles Garrett just
defensive
got paid
player,
and just made that
he
jump.
should be the highest paid player in the NFL. Would be Miles Garrett. Period.
TJ Watt.
Yeah. Well, no.
This is why I
But I'm just
disagree with
saying,
you
though,
guys,
that-
because
me
you're
personally,
alluding
okay,
to it.
that's
TJ
one
Watt
player.
also has a defensive player
But
of the
it
year,
takes 22.
and it's next man up. The way the NFL is set up, next man up.
Hey,
I'm
hold on.
sorry, but
I want to bring up here. I want to
didn't
bring up
agree with
Micah
Micah
Parsons.
Parsons,
I
because
want
he
to bring
didn't
up
have a
Micah Parsons.
DPOY.
Micah Parsons got paid to go to Green Bay, but he got paid.
Yeah.
Green
I
Bay
agree with
paid
that.
him,
I agree.
but Dallas
I agree,
wouldn't.
But, you know,
And where is Micah Parsons the rest of the season? Not on that field. And there you go,
But
Green
TJ
Bay.
Watt didn't get
Good luck with that
hurt
defense
playing
heading
on the
into
field.
the postseason.
He had a collapsed
If you make-
lung because of whatever
You know-
treatment they were doing, because he was fighting through injuries instead of going
No.
down.
He chose that
and
treatment though, and he knew the risk. And the thing is, TJ Watt has been hurt just about every season and missed games due to injuries, just like his big brother did, JJ. Look at all the money JJ Watt was paid and then the games he missed. It was ridiculous. I mean,
well, here's my thing with these guys getting paid. I don't mind them getting paid. Don't get me wrong. You know, you perform, you should get paid. That okay. My problem is these teams, and it goes with baseball, it goes with basketball. These guys get these huge contracts, and then they bitch that their teams aren't making it to the playoffs or the Super Bowl. These are
Yep.
team
and here's the
sports.
better one.
I'm not saying it's on the player. It's not on the players because they're just doing what any normal person would do. I would take that money.
But
I'm not gonna lie.
but
I take
don't
it.
you ever dare call out your
But
teammates
if I really
for
wanted,
not picking it up when they are not capable based on their talent levels, because you got all the fucking payroll in your pocket and then we got 10 other guys that we could afford to put around you, and that's all we could do because you wanted to be paid. You got paid, but don't you dare point a finger at your fucking fellow teammate over there not carrying their weight.
I would love to
Well,
believe
Jesus
your
Christ,
argument,
nobody's ever
except
that
for
good.
You started off the season with the
Or they'd have been
Darius
fucking
Slay,
paid.
C.J. Gardner Johnson. You had not C.J. Gardner Johnson. Darius Slay. You traded Minka Fitzpatrick. You got J. Ram, Cameron Hayward. You have Patrick Queen, Joey Porter Jr. I mean, those are some pretty big names. Those are household names. That is a star-studded defense. And T.J. Watt. Okay, name another defense other than the Ravens that has a star-studded defense like that.
Okay, five players. You have 5 players that you can name, but the other 6 aren't up to the level that you need the defense to be. Instead of having 11 quality players out there, you have 5. You have 6 men that are going to miss those assignments and not be able to perform at the level that you expect them to because your payroll is tied up in 5 guys.
my biggest, like I said, my biggest problem is it's not that these guys are getting paid, but as a
You're not
fan,
paying anyone on the offensive side of the ball.
enough's enough with the salaries. I mean, I'm sorry.
Why do you think
my
these
thing
teams are now
is-
having to put fucking logos and commercials on their fucking uniforms? Because they can't look, the fans can't afford to pay them, and the owners can't afford to pay them because of all their damn brand new stadiums they're begging for. When Atlanta didn't need a new fucking stadium, the Georgia Dome was still just fine enough for a shit ass Falcons team. It didn't make them any better by putting them in a brand new stadium. And the thing is, you got sponsors coming onto uniforms now because you have to have them on there to pay the fucking players. They are pricing themselves out of our budgets.
But the sad part is it's not just on the players because it's the owners that are
shit.
paying them that too.
And I'm sorry,
that
but
are
if you go back
guilty
to
of
Joe
it.
Burrow and the Bengals, if you honestly think if Joe Burrow did not have T. Higgins or Jamar Chase, and those are Look, Jamar Chase is a number one receiver to me all day. T. Higgins is a number two. Okay. But here's the thing. You're telling me that you couldn't have Joe Burrow and maybe 5 utility wide receiver core that you could pay them pretty comparable to be happy, but could make those catches because Joe Burrow is that quarterback that can put the ball there. And as long as they got a couple of stickums on their hands, they could possibly catch the ball, and you could still have an offense and a line that can protect Joe Burrow, and you still might have some money left over to pay a fucking defense to go along with that offense of Joe Burrow and 2 receivers.
You got rid of Bates. You got rid of Logan
which is the
Wilson.
situation right now in Cincinnati.
But you know what? Ultimately,
They couldn't
we
afford
got to
them.
look at
They
the
couldn't
Bengals
afford
this
them.
way. The ownership is one of the worst in the business as far as the money's concerned. They're not Jerry
agree.
Jones where you got all this money you can sign
Yep.
and manipulate the cap. They are struggling and they need to sell the team to see what they can do. Because ultimately, if the owner don't have the money, these players are going to request trades and go elsewhere.
Hey, Rod, and to touch on that, there is some really nasty news coming out of Cincinnati that I think it's about to get ugly between Joe Burrow and that ownership in Cincinnati.
Okay.
Because I think Joe Burrow is about to say, I'm sitting.
And
I'm sitting.
you know what?
Or you
I
trade
think
me.
it was Sunday on ESPN, and I didn't get to read the article, and it changes every day or every. But talking about Joe Burrow made a fun comment, and he had to address it like he didn't mean it toward the team. But how else could you turn it? I mean, ultimately, that's why Andrew Luck retired. They did not protect him. He had injuries. I mean, it's the same thing. Ultimately, Joe Burrow is either coming in his prime or at his prime right now. You don't want to waste that talent. And that's what they're doing by not putting the right guys around them.
Here's the thing, though. We sit there and we bash the players for making too much money. We bash the owners for paying them or not paying them. The thing is they're still playing a game. Yes, they are playing at the highest level. But I mean, you're not having fun. Okay, you're not having fun because you're not winning. Well, that if you want to win, then that's when and this is a problem I had with LeBron for a while there with the Lakers. If you want to have fun and you want to win, which we all have fun winning, then take the pay cut. You can do that between sponsors and endorsement deals and blah blah blah. I mean, we forget Michael Jordan did not get rich on his contracts. He got rich on his endorsement deals. He wasn't the highest paid player until the last year of the Bulls in the NBA.
Here's the thing. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. Once you have paid them that money, you can't. They're not, because they're all right. So his lifestyle, LeBron's lifestyle was here in Cleveland. Then he went to Miami. Then he went back to Cleveland. Then he went to LA. And he's got properties, he's got cars, he's got shit everywhere. And you're going to ask him to go back down to here with a lifestyle change? It's not happening. And it's not a knock at LeBron. It's just once you get them to that echelon, that upper echelon, that player, and there will be some NFL players that will not take a step back. They won't do it. Now, there are some players in the NFL that you can look at their character and say, I bet you he would. I bet you he would if he wants a championship that bad. And I'm not talking about a Patrick Mahomes. I'm talking about a guy like even a Justin Herbert that someday may just say, you know what, fuck it. I won a Super Bowl, and the only way I'm going to get it with this potential team, because we're missing 2 guys, maybe one on offense, one on defense, that he would actually take a pay cut. And I'm not saying it is Justin Herbert. I'm just bringing up an example that he would actually do it for the betterment of the team and the ownership and get it done.
Like him, love him, or hate him, I know you weren't saying Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
but I am. You know what? Every year it seems
Yeah,
like he
you're right, Brandon.
restructures his deal to help free agency. And you know what? That's a symbol of character that I want to win. It's called I know where my players are weak and I need help.
Yeah.
So you know what? He does almost every year, does he not?
Yeah, and I mean, even I know Dak got paid all that money, but I know this year, coming, he restructured some of it where it went to bonuses and stuff to help Dallas be able to get George Pickens and stuff like that. Them are the players that I'm not bashing. It's the players that get that contract and then they start throwing fits because our team
Yeah.
stinks.
I got to push back and put it
Well,
on
there's
the
only
owners,
so much
man.
money to
It's
go
on the
around
owners for
because there
allowing
is
it
a
to happen.
salary cap. That's not
I
agree.
baseball,
The owners are
and
the number one culprit because you know what?
and that's them too.
But
It's both of them.
but
Well, if you know what, if you have an alcoholic and you continue to buy them alcohol, you're the enabler. It's just it's the same
I
thing,
love
but with
what
money.
Brandon said
They're
though. Tom
enabling these
Brady did it for
players.
20 years.
Yes,
Yep.
that's because he wanted to
And
win.
that right there just kind of closed
You
the
know?
book on that conversation. I mean, Brandon pretty much summed it up. And I'm like, yep,
7.
there you go.
Yeah.
10
I
appearances.
agree with that.
Yeah. I mean, how many Super Bowls did he end up with
He's
in
dropped.
his life?
He has
Yeah,
more
I mean,
rings
the
than
guy
a team
Exactly.
has
yeah.
dropped banners.
I mean, we could, Pittsburgh had 6. Yeah. Yeah. Whether you love him or hate him, you got to look and go, well, I'm going to shut up because he's that fucking guy.
Exactly. I mean, that's the thing that and you see it sometimes in baseball too. I mean, you've seen it, in baseball, especially since there's not a salary cap in baseball, but basketball, football, and hockey, there's a salary cap, and it comes between: do you want to get paid, or do you want to make your money and win championships? I want to play. I want to win championships. You know what? You tell me I could play for the Cowboys for $5 million a year. I understand I'm a poor guy,
I mean,
but I'm
and
telling you, I'll take the
that's another thing
$5
that I have a problem with ownership is like you're
with a
sitting here
chance of
having
winning
these
a
interviews with these
championship.
guys, you're drafting these guys. You can tell if they want the money or if they love the game. If you don't love the game, I'm not drafting you. We're here to work.
Yep. I agree with that, Brandon, on you. I know that they want to find the next generational talent, but
Yeah,
you
he
know
was.
what? Antonio Brown had the generational talent, and he was a head case.
All right, so
I mean, come on.
right,
Ryan Leaf, for
right.
God's sakes, almost got drafted ahead
Uh,
of Peyton Manning,
That was
Staying in the North,
and that was a big head
kind of
case.
alluded
What a
to it
waste of
minute
time
ago.
that was.
The Steelers are one game ahead. Can the Steelers pull it out and win the North? I mean, do we think that they're going to win? I do. I think that they're a game ahead in the driver's seat and have 2 easy games and a hard game versus the Ravens having
There's
2 hard games on each.
their schedule is a lot. Yeah, their schedule is friendlier than what the Ravens have coming up. Um,
I'm going to say something. If as long as they keep Aaron Rodgers healthy and he keeps playing like he has since he got bloodied up, I think they've got it. I think they will win it. I mean, he's actually playing. I would almost say
Yeah.
pre-Jets
yeah, and here's
the
the
last
thing.
couple of weeks.
They may end up 11-6.
As much as I dislike Aaron Rodgers, I got to give him credit. He's taken a system that he is not conducive in,
Just so y'all
and he's
know,
making it work. And you've seen
if
it
the
in the last
Steelers
3
finish
weeks.
11-6, y'all
Yeah,
will never
look.
hear the end of it.
He's
I'm just
figuring it
letting
out.
you
I
guys
mean,
know right
Gainwell.
now. If the Steelers finish 11-6, you guys are never going to hear the end of it.
Man, we haven't heard the
here's
end
the
of it
thing,
since the
Brandon.
beginning of the year when
You got to
when they were in
look. You
first
got to
place.
look at 3 games we watched together. You got to look at 3 games we watched together, and it was the Bengals
Yeah.
debacle when Joe Flacco beat us in the Icy Bowl, the Icy Hot Bowl. Then you take that Chargers game. Okay, now the Chargers have only lost 4 games. I get it. Harbaugh's got something figured out there. Okay, and then you have that Buffalo game that was just a complete ass annihilation of the Steelers. I mean, they made us look like a preseason game. Okay, you take those 3 games and you tell me that we would have a winning record, just by the optics of it. You would have to sit there and go, there's no fucking way that team's going to have a winning record. So you got to see my point of view as a Steelers fan when I look at those 3 games especially and go, what the fuck is that? It's embarrassing. It's Keystone
I'm gonna tell
football, especially in the Keystone State where they play.
Well, I'm going to tell you something though. Harbaugh in San Diego, whether you like him, don't like him, whatever,
His coaching
the man
was
has
never
shown
questioned.
he can coach.
Let's be
Period.
real. He's won everywhere.
He's a heck of a
been.
coach.
But you know what? Ultimately, with that franchise, I think
He's not won everywhere he's been. Stop it. He won at Michigan.
he won at Stanford.
He didn't win in San Francisco.
He won at Stanford. What are you talking about?
Yeah. No, he took him
Hold
to the
on.
Super Bowl. I know, but
Hold
I'm going
on.
to tell you something. You want to know why he gets so much flack? Because Jim Harbaugh, unlike a lot of these coaches in college and stuff, he told the NCAA
Brandon.
to kiss his ass, and
Brandon.
they didn't like it.
You have not seen your Cowboys this side of this century win anything. But you're going to sit
can't
there
say
and
he's won
throw
everywhere
stones at
when
a
he
San
lost the
Francisco
Super Bowl.
team that's been to the Super Bowl?
Winning. All right. Hold on. Thank you. Thank you.
Winning is winning. It's not winning the whole thing, but winning at Stanford. That was the last time Stanford was relevant, was Jim Harbaugh. The last time San Francisco was relevant
Stanford did have David
until,
Shaw. I'm going to push back a little bit there. David Shaw had him relevant
came
for a
along.
while. But we know the rest of the story.
Yes, we do. But you take Michigan, Stanford, San Francisco, and now the Chargers, who have not been good in a very long time. You have to go back to the Nature on Means days with Phillip Rivers, okay, to see anything out of the Chargers.
Natron means.
So, I mean, look, they're a 4-loss team this year. That's winning. That's winning to me.
Well, actually, when I look at Jim Harbaugh and I look, I mean, obviously he's had winning records at every place, but the place that actually he honestly impressed me of all the places he's been was the University of San Diego. He had them he had them. He took them from nothing to winning
You talking
records.
about San Diego State?
And that's what. No, San Diego, University of
I do
San
not remember those
Diego.
Harbaugh days. I remember
Was his
Harbaugh
very first
playing
coach.
for the Bears, and I remember him playing for the Colts.
Then he went to
Yep,
Stanford.
he
if I
started
remember.
his coaching. His head coaching job, first head coach job, was at San Diego University. Yes, then he went to
And
Stanford,
you know what?
then San
Harbaugh
Fran,
is more of a pro
then
guy
Michigan,
than
and now to
college.
the Chargers.
I'm gonna. He is, and
He's
he's
just a
one
coach.
that,
He's a coach.
granted,
It doesn't
I
matter.
would
He's a
take in a
coach.
heartbeat if I were building a team because of his success. Winning is, Dio said it best. Winning is winning. Period. I mean, you want to get to that ultimate level, the championships, but you know what? Ultimately, not everyone can get to that hill. He's gotten to that hill in San Fran, but he didn't win it. I mean, you can't hold that against him.
He actually got over the hill. He's actually coached in one other Super Bowl.
Yeah.
No, he coached in another one. No, he coached in another one.
Yeah, it was
Before
with
that.
San Fran.
In
They just didn't win.
2002.
It was against his
with the
brother.
Raiders.
Oh yeah. So I mean, he has in the NFL he has a almost 69% win percentage, and in college he has a 76% win percentage. Now, when he does get to the postseason, he is 5-4 in the NFL, but the NCAA he was 5-7. So I mean, but he does know how to build up these teams. I will give him that. I just like the way he has come on. But
Yeah,
I
sure.
love it that he told the
We'll let
NCAA
Michigan
to
clean up
pretty
the
much just
mess.
kisses you know what, and that's why they have
Great
a
leadership.
Yep. Hey, the thing is he could have stayed. I mean, but I'm just saying, I'd take him as a coach if I was wanting.
Brandon, how would you feel if your
I'd definitely
Cowboys
have
only
him.
had 4
They
losses?
If we only
tried
have
to.
4 losses going into the playoffs, I wouldn't be calling for Eber Boost's job.
I think I hit the lottery.
Well, no. Let's just take away. Let's just say if Harbaugh was your coach and he had y'all
I
with
didn't
4
say he was a
losses.
bad coach, but I just said you can't say he
How'd you
wins
feel about
everywhere.
Harbaugh? But he has.
There's at least 5 coaches.
Well, when I say win, I mean okay. I don't
There's
say
at
he
least
wins
He won a
championships
natty.
everywhere. I will
I'm
say
He won a
taking
over.
natty. He won a natty
over
for
either
Michigan.
Harbaugh.
Yeah.
Oh, whoa. Hold on a second. You've got a coach that has taken an NFL team to the Super Bowl, and
Okay.
you've had a coach take a college team to the national
Exactly.
championship and win it. That is rarely done by
There's
anybody.
still 7
All
or
right.
8 coaches in the league that
Period.
I'd rather take. I'm still taking Sean McVay over Harbaugh.
That is
I'm
hard to
still
argue,
taking
Brandon.
Mike Tomlin over Harbaugh. I'm still taking Andy Reid over Harbaugh. I'm taking Nick Sirianni over Harbaugh. I'm taking Kyle Shanahan over Harbaugh. Yeah, I'm taking all these coaches over Harbaugh.
I wouldn't. No. Now you got a coach that has transcended in both
He
categories,
transcended in
college
college.
and
He made it to a
pros,
Super Bowl.
and that is
Congratulations to got
impossible.
mollywopped by
Pete
your
Carroll's
brother.
Pete Carroll's a coach that's done it.
I forgot.
what?
Man, you believe in participation awards.
Bottom line,
No, that you got to come.
What better
You're
argument?
going to
I
have
can
to
give
come
you 5
back
coaches
around
that
to
I'll
this with a
take.
better
And you can
argument
probably
on
look
that
them
one.
up. They probably have a higher win percentage than that one. I know Nick Sirianni does.
Hold on, but you couldn't take any one of those 5 coaches. Any
Bottom
one of those
line
5 coaches
is
could not do what Harbaugh's done at
Steve
both levels.
Spurrier, Nick
And
Saban,
just
and a few others. I forget some names. If y'all want to throw some out, have gone from college to pro, and Bobby Petrino. Yeah, 3
Let's talk
coaches
about Jimmy
right there.
Johnson.
Yep.
Let's talk about the one that matters.
That was
Let's talk about Jimmy Johnson.
That's a good one, but I'm making a point. 3
Not a
guys.
very
I
good one.
just
That's a good
named
one.
3 guys right there that went to the pros thinking
It
they
is.
would have success. And what kind of success did they have? Not all college coaches make pro coaches. Not all pro coaches make college coaches. Those 3 guys are.
But he wasn't a college coach that went pro.
Yep,
He
I agree
was
with
a
that.
pro coach.
Jimmy
Hold on, he
Johnson.
was a pro coach that lost his job. Nobody
Butch
wanted
Davis.
him except for college. He went to college, won a national title, and now they said, "Okay, we'll let you back in." Stop it! Stop it!
Butch Davis. There's you one. Butch Davis.
Barry Switzer was a college coach who
Barry
fucking
Switzer.
rode Jimmy
That's a good
Johnson's
one.
coattails. I'm not gonna put Barry
No.
Switzer in a good light.
No, Barry Switzer did not ride Jimmy Johnson's coattail.
The
He
fuck
rode
he
Jerry
didn't?
Jones' coattail. He rode Jerry Jones' coattail. Let's be real.
No, he did what he accomplished what Jimmy Johnson accomplished. He literally took Jimmy Johnson's team and they won it for him. Stop it. Same thing with fucking Gruden and
No, you
oh
stop
my
it.
god, I'm fucking blanking
You
on my
stop
favorite
it,
coach.
sir.
What is that guy's
You
name?
stop it, sir. Your hat's pulled
Mike,
tied down
Tony
on your
Dungy.
head.
Fucking
Comes, baby.
But Butch Davis was another coach that left the college ranks, went to the NFL, and stunk it up.
Oh, wait.
No.
You're
my
looking for the
daughter-
second
my
coming of
daughter
Christ
come in here
coming down,
and
Brandon.
was
He's
talking
not,
to
he's
me.
not on his way yet.
I woke my son up. My son's sick. I woke him up.
Oh, I love getting you riled up. I love getting you riled up. Anyways,
But
Okay, we got to
Sitting
calm
here
Brandon down
getting
so we
your
don't
toast
get
and
in
sucking
trouble no
another
more.
coach off. Oh,
because not
You know, I'm going to say something with Brandon. Me and Brandon, I might not always agree, but I will say Barry Switzer. Not only did he ride Jimmy Johnson's coattails, he rode Jerry
you
Jones
think
oh,
they
I
tag team
agree.
and
him
he
or was
rode
it all at
Deion
one time?
Sanders because
I
All
they
agree.
right,
won that
that's
Super
never
Bowl because they
mind.
went and got Deion too.
We'll edit
Because
that
the year
out.
before, huh?
All right.
All right, what else you got, Brandon? What else you got,
One.
Brandon? Because we are gonna
So
get,
I want to say one
we're
more
gonna
thing about
Yeah,
fall
the
what
in the
else
NFL.
you
bubble
got,
as
Bubba?
well.
I have one more question. I'm gonna let you quick take. Uh,
Yeah,
who has more to gain, which will give the other guy more to lose, between Kevin Stefanski and Shador Sanders? Sanders starting the rest of the season. God, I hope
I think
so.
Stefanski's going to
And
be
you took
out
the
at the end of the
words right out
season
of
no
my
matter
mouth.
what. And I don't know. I don't know if Shador stays a Brown. I don't know yet. Because you may have a coach come in that's just not, he may just do something right by Shador and shop him to see if there's teams that are willing to take a flyer on him and say, we can work with him just based on what they've seen. Um, because it's just a bad situation all the way around for Shador at this point, and I'm going to give
He
this
really
to him.
was.
He was set up to fail. And I want him to have another opportunity somewhere else
And
to jockey for the starting spot. To where they bring him in and say, we are going to give you every first offense rep. We are going to give you every opportunity to compete for this job and not kick you down a third stringer, just as we say so. I think there's some teams out there that could use him. I mean, you got Arizona, you've got, you know, you've got the Jets, you've got the Colts that could be possibly looking for, a situation to where, maybe
I'm a
Daniel
throw,
Jones don't come back right.
I'm a
Um,
I'm gonna throw one out
because
right
look,
here. The
Old Man
Raiders.
Rivers isn't going to play
The
forever.
Raiders.
So Atlanta, well, the Raiders, yeah, there's opportunities for Shador, and it's just not in Cleveland. Regardless if they let Stefanski go, which I think they should. The defense is decent. They need to get an offensive guy in there that can fix that offensive side. I don't want to see any of the above because I don't want Cleveland to be relevant in the AFC North. Okay, I'm just going to be honest, but I think Shador needs another opportunity somewhere else because he has shown, flashes in the pan of what could be if the right team was working
And
with
then
him and setting him up to
go ahead.
succeed and not to fail.
I see at the end of this season the ownership group of Cleveland firing Stefanski and firing the GM and bringing in a whole new regiment because I don't think the ownership would have drafted Sanders if they didn't think he could be a quarterback,
That's a
even though it's
possibility.
Cleveland. I think I think it's all on that coaching staff that has been trying to sabotage, because I see Sanders staying and I see a whole new regiment coming in. I think it would work. I mean, you've got the defense,
You
you've got
got
the
two
running
Titans
back,
really. You
you've
got
got
two
one wide
Titans
receiver, you
really
need some
if
more,
they
you got
don't
a tight
trade
end.
Njoku.
They've got the pieces. They just don't have the
I think you
coaching
trade
staff.
Njoku. And see,
I'm
I'm kind
just
of in the middle of Corey and Do. Right, I'll let you give your take here in just a second because Corey and Do kind of hit right in the middle of where I was. I think Shador is absolutely a Cleveland Brown next year. I think you have to get rid of Stefanski, and I think you have to get rid of that GM. That noise in Cleveland is way too loud for you to get rid of Shador. Not only that, every team had opportunity after 5 opportunities, to be honest, to go after and get Shador. So now the noise in Cleveland is too loud. You get rid of Shador, they're going to burn down that stadium. You've got to see what you've got in Dylan Gabriel. That's the one you've got to trade.
I don't know.
Well, can I say something real quick, and then I'll give it back to Rod? Okay, 1989, Dallas drafts Troy Aikman number 1, right? What most people don't realize is in the supplemental draft,
Right.
Dallas picked Steve Walsh, who was Jimmy Johnson's quarterback at University of Miami. When Troy went out, Steve Walsh played, and vice versa. At the end of the year, they ended up trading Steve Walsh because it was Troy Aikman's team. I see that scenario playing out in Cleveland, except for not keeping
And I
the
could
first
very
round pick.
well
I
see
think
that,
they keep
Corey.
Shador
And you know what? Ultimately,
and look to trade Dylan
and I
Gabriel.
wish Tony the Burner could help me with this number. Like 30 plus quarterbacks have gone through the turnstile at Cleveland Browns facility. Okay? They've got to pick one and ride with it for a couple years to see what they have. Every time you get one, you have some success. You trade it like a Baker Mayfield and reset. Why are you resetting? Why aren't you building around them? I mean, because
They're
ultimately,
not rebuilding. They don't need to rebuild.
that's what I'm saying, Brandon. I mean, every time you
Hey,
turn
man,
around,
you ain't got to take me all around the world to say they don't need to rebuild.
I'm saying that if you put Cleveland's defense on any other team right now, how many teams would be Super Bowl contenders with that defense?
I think the offense and the defense are Super Bowl contenders with a real coach. What are you
That's
saying?
what I'm saying is this: it's I'm agreeing with Corey. It's more the GM here than anything. I you get Cleveland messes up by getting too many quarterbacks. They gotta stick with one. Is what I'm saying. And I know
You know, I like what Brandon said though. I would trade Njoku because you can still get something from him. I'd trade Gabriel because I know a team would get him. You know, and if you don't have the same coach, the same the whole regiment, you get rid of them. You come in with an offensive minded head coach because you got and a decent defensive coordinator because we've seen in Dallas, we got the right head coach, the wrong defensive coordinator. Um, but if you would do stuff
They're a
like
head
that,
coach
Cleveland
away.
is not that far away from winning. It's been there. It's been
This
yeah,
year, yeah,
and
but
GM,
I'm not going to
GM,
sit here
because I
putting
blame
it
as
on the
much on the
GM
head GM as I
because
do coach.
they
Because
drafted really freaking well.
no, I'm just saying
Junkins,
this year.
Fanning Jr. I mean, I know they got rid of him, but they had Newsom and a
Yes,
whole bunch of other people on
Junkins
the
is going to be
defensive
a
side that were
stud.
young. Miles Garrett was a steal.
They need
They
they
have
need
Isaiah
they need
Vaughn
they
and
need a
Jared
couple of wide
Judy. They
receivers
need to
that are
develop those guys. Those guys
yeah.
are nice.
Yeah,
They need
that's
to
about it.
no,
That's
they need to
stability,
develop those
though.
guys.
I mean, they just need that.
Eh,
I like Bond. I
Jerry
like
Judy
yeah, I
Bond.
backing
don't
up
like
I'm
Judy.
not
Judy.
sold on Jerry Judy,
Bond, I'm good with, but
but
look
I like
again.
Bond.
I'm gonna pull the Steelers. I'm gonna pull the Steelers clause in here and say I hope they fucking stay Cleveland the rest of my life. Okay, there you go.
Homer take.
All
At
right,
I
least I'm
like
speaking
it.
of
honest
Homer
about it,
take,
Rod.
moving on, going to the hard court, the
Homer
hardwood.
take.
Dio, your Spurs are taking on the New York Knickerbockers. And this is the last game for the NBA Cup. The Emirates final is tonight. Uh, I know. I don't like the tournament in the season. I don't know why, but I don't.
Thank goodness.
I don't either.
I can't say that it's a failed gimmick because I'm
It's a
watching these
failed
guys
gimmick.
play for it.
It's a
I
failed
don't like the
gimmick.
floors. Yeah,
Hold on.
they are. But the thing about it is, too, Brandon. If you here's something I don't like about it. Number one, the floors. Okay, I don't like what they're doing. Players
Right,
are,
because it's got more
like
paint.
Luca
I get
did
it.
not want it in LA because it's slicker than their other courts, and I can see that. Yeah, but the thing is you're still having the load management during these games, and here
I
if you
just
play
beat you.
fantasy
You know we play.
basketball,
We knew you.
do
We
you
know
know
we play
like
basketball. Stop
whoever
it.
has I
I
think you
beat you
have
this week.
Wimby, whatever he does. No,
Yeah,
no,
but
no, no, no,
here's
no. You did. No, I'm talking about tonight. Did you know? I didn't know this until somebody told me this today.
Yeah, they
That
do.
these NBA Cup games do not count towards fantasy.
I don't have Wimby. I have a couple. I have
Watch
one.
Wimby tonight and see if
I
it
have one
is.
other guy. I have one guy that's playing tonight. I forgot who. I'll have to look it up
Who do you have tonight?
because
Okay,
it counted
yeah,
Marseille
watch
against
it and look and
Wimby
see
for
because if that's true,
the semifinals.
I'm just kind of like, really?
So that one I know for sure. That one I know for sure.
all
Okay,
right.
okay.
So
So I'm
there's a
just
couple
saying,
things y'all brought up. There's a couple things y'all brought up, and it's easy for me to pick up on it and say something about it because I've always followed college basketball and I love the tournament and all that. And I'm kind of getting back into the NBA because we've been watching the games, and I do like basketball. It's just I lost the love of it when the players just seemed like there was so much going on, and then it didn't help my confidence in the NBA when the scandals come out and the FBI is involved and everything else. But you guys brought up a couple things like the in the in the in season cup. Um, you know, I heard players are playing they're playing harder for it. I'm like, well, first of all, guys, you should be playing hard anyways during the season. But and the other thing is how you don't like certain players don't like the paint and everything on the court, the extra paint. They've gotten good with stains now that it wouldn't make a difference. They could still have a beautiful court and still have it identified as a cup game. When they do these things, and they could do it without the paint. They could do it with stains on the hardwood. So, I mean, there's a lot of things the NBA could do better about it, and there's a lot of things the players could be better about it for. Instead of we're relevant in the in cup play for the season, and I'm kind of like, you better be playing like that all damn season if I'm watching the game. I don't want to see a half-ass season out of you, and then but yet you show up during the in cup play. So I've got my nitpicks
I do
about it,
agree with that.
and that's all I'm going to say about it. Um,
Well, my biggest thing as a fan, I haven't watched the NBA Cup game this year. I've watched other
yes,
NBA games, obviously, but the reason why I can't watch the NBA Cup is it hurts my eyes. To be totally honest with you,
yeah,
some of those courts,
it reminds me of the WNBA
the last time
courts.
I seen that, they're not that
They're
bad.
I
pretty.
guess
I
I
mean,
missed
I'm
all
not
that.
saying they're
I
ugly.
want
It's just there's a lot going on. It's busy.
Yeah, I just can't. I just can't do the courts. I mean, I don't know if maybe it's because I'm old, but I'm just saying it. It really does bother my eyes. It's like watching Eastern Washington or
Yep.
Boise State in college football. There's times that it actually bothers my
Yeah,
eyes
Eastern
if I watch a
Washington
game
is
like
hard to
that.
watch, especially when they're relevant and they're in the playoffs. I'm like, oh, I want to watch this
Well, just
game, but
that
the
red
the, the
field.
turf I know it sounds petty, but when you're sitting there trying to watch it and you're so used, your brain is conditioned to a green field,
I think Boise
and then all
State's
of a
cool as
sudden
hell.
your eyes are
Boise
just
State's
your brain and eyes aren't working because
It is cool. I
yeah,
just have a hard time watching them, and it could be my eyes, because hey, I know I'm supposed to wear glasses and stuff. I understand that. I'm just saying that it's really hard for me, with the court and then some of those fields that when they're like that, when they pop like that,
yeah,
like Oregon's
you're
another
right.
one in college basketball.
Oregon,
They're always messing with their courts up in Oregon like they do with their uniforms. And woof,
I guess. Anyway,
my
Spurs at
eyes.
Knicks.
Just called old
I'm
man
taking the Spurs
problems,
in this
Brandon.
game. Wemby's back. He's been playing great. The San Antonio Spurs have actually been playing really good basketball. If you look at their record, they're both 18-7. Both of these teams, I think, are going to be make deep playoff runs in their conference. And so it's kind of cool to see these two teams go head to head because this absolutely could be a finals
yep.
matchup. I don't think it's going to be. I think the Thunder is going to be there, but this absolutely could be a finals matchup. And so I like I like the Spurs in this game. I think they get it done. What? You're a Spurs fan? The hell?
I got the Knicks. I understand that. I
Going
understand
back
that.
to something we said earlier.
But we're talking about a game tonight in New York, and I've got Brunson and a couple of other guys I think going to have some big
Going
games
back to
tonight.
something
And
we were talking about earlier. I looked at the fantasy
well, go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, I had
basketball.
Josh Hart. He's not playing tonight. It says that he's not able to get points tonight.
That's where I was going. I got Ananobi tonight, and he is not playing tonight, supposedly. So take it.
I didn't take him either. I've
Cat,
got three
Brunson.
players on the Knicks that I think are going to have a big night.
Who's your third?
Well, out.
I bet it's Robinson.
Well, let me pull my phone up here.
Cat, Brunson, and who?
Ananobi.
No, I bet it's
I take Hart.
oh my god, no, the other one.
Bridges.
Not Hart, but
Mikal
the other
Bridges.
guy they got from Brooklyn.
Oh, Bridges.
God dang it, why can't I think of his name? Huh?
Yep, hang on.
That's it.
Hang on, gentlemen. Hang on. All right.
So I stand corrected. I apologize.
Well, I won't let me pull this up.
No, you're fine, buddy. I didn't
Yeah.
know. I was actually that's why I asked you.
Yeah,
Because I knew you had
the other
people
night
playing
when
tonight. Somebody
Shea
did.
played
That's why I
Wemby
asked.
for the semifinals for the cup, it counted that.
But
But I guess
maybe
because
because
this is the only game. This is the only game tonight. I count that.
Yeah. Okay.
First of all,
I
Ananobi is active
I am.
tonight.
It's just in the fantasy that they're not doing
So
it.
I've got Bridges. For the
I have
Knicks,
two
I
of
have
the three.
Bridges, Towns, and Brunson. And then, now
Vassell.
I'm just bringing up some guys, Wimbyama
Vassell and Castle.
or Wimbenyama, Fox, and then I think Castle is going to have a good game. Vassell, I'm not so sure about. He might, but I can tell you what I took. I've got Vassell for more, Ananobi on the under, Brunson on the over, Bridges on the over, Wimbyama on the over, Towns on the over, Castle on the
I
over.
did take the
and
under on,
less on the under on
somebody.
Fox.
He's probably gonna go
But,
off tonight.
you
But I
know.
took the under. Yeah, I'll be
Brandon-
showing that game.
Brandon, you're going
Uh,
live tonight, right?
That game
That's what I
starts at
thought.
7, so I'm gonna try to get on probably about 6:45.
What time you coming
But
on?
my son's
What time
sick,
you going
so
on?
I'm gonna. It may be depending on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Jordan Clarkson. I think
No, that's fine. I'm just letting. I've got people texting me. Jordan
Jordan
live,
Clarkson.
and I'm letting them.
I
know
took
you
through
were
less than
going
7.5.
live. So I'll get them in there.
I'm going with the Spurs tonight.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, Rodney. Come on my side, buddy.
Yeah, I guess it's you and Rod versus me and Dio because I think
agree.
it's
I
the
think it's
Knicks
gonna
at
be
home.
It's going to be high scoring,
So
and it's going to be a
131,
close. It's going to be a close
don't be
game.
surprised.
But I've got the Knicks edging them out. I just do.
Who?
Wimby is coming off the bench. He is not starting. He's supposed to be coming off
Yeah,
the
they're
bench.
doing load management with him.
Tonight.
But
Wemby.
look what he did last night. Even with load
He
management.
came off the bench the last
Or
game.
not last night, the other night.
So
They just took down the Thunder.
Yeah.
yep.
I mean, that.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, they really are, and I still think they're going to go 84.
Damn, somebody need to
or
take
80
down the
80
Thunder.
and 4.
Jeez, they are on a hot streak to start this year.
I think they're going to hit 80. And so I think Wemby and them
Dog
get it
days
done
of
tonight just
the
because
season
I
is
think
the
they're going
only
to stack
thing. I
wins.
mean,
I think that
the one
San
thing that-
Antonio is the second best team in the West. I said that going into the season, and I still believe that. I firmly believe that. And they're playing without
I
Wimby.
can agree.
Imagine with.
I can agree.
Well, I know, but they've been playing without Wimby, and I mean they've been winning without Wimby.
No,
So,
Wimby's going to be playing, but he's just coming off the bench. Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know
Fox
what?
and Castle.
I noticed something with them, Brandon. When Wimby's
Yeah.
not playing,
Yeah,
you know who actually
big,
steps up for that
all week.
team? Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes. Yeah.
I actually went with Barnes.
And then
again
Wimby comes back in
to
and
get
he
10
just kind of
points
goes back. But that's the kind of
because he's
player
coming
he
off-
is.
Because
You know,
Wimby's coming off the bench. But I'd say Dylan Harper for 10.5,
Yeah.
Harrison Barnes for 10, Vassell for 13.5, Victor Wembanyama for 35 points, rebounds, and assists, Jordan Clarkson for under 7.5, Josh Hart for more than 14, Jalen Brunson for more than 31, and OG Anunoby for 18. I think it's going to be 131-128. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. We might even see.
okay. Yeah. Well, I could see that game. Well, the Knicks aren't known for their defense, and I mean, on the Spurs, you do have Wimby, but I mean,
No, this is going to come down to team ball. And the
the
Knicks
Knicks
play
are not
really good
known for
team
their
ball,
defense,
but San
that's
Antonio
for
plays
sure.
better team ball. Brunson's been passing the
Well,
ball lately. I like
they
it.
play good team ball
I
when
like the ball
Brunson
movement.
doesn't get on a kick of chucking. Yeah, yeah, he has. I think some of the guys got some of his teammates got in his ear and say, "Hey, we're here." But the thing is Brunson not so much at Villanova, but when he was in high school here at Stevenson up here in Illinois,
Right.
he averaged over 30 points. I mean, he was pretty much the
Tuesday
main
night,
scorer on that team.
We got. I want to say fights are going to
So
break
he's-
out, but
you
no
know, he's
fights are
done it
going to
since
break
high
out
school.
tonight. I'm so mad at the referees in hockey this year. So mad. Like, let them go. Like, this is why we watch hockey. But the Islanders are coming to Detroit. They're taking on my Red Wings, and I'm just gonna be real. I'm like, this is a homer take. Taking my Red Wings at home. Other than Larkin and Kane, I have no reason. My goalie's doing really, really well. My goalie's lights out. My goalie is lights out.
I'll go with you on that one, Brandon. I'll go with the Wings on that one. What do you think, Dio? You the hockey
The
man.
line is Red Wings
let me
minus
pull up the
130. It's 41 points. The Islanders have 39 points is what the Red Wings have. The Islanders are a tad bit better. They are skating better. Their puck handling skills are better. But I got old man Kane. Let me dream. We're going to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, man.
Hey,
Learn
Brandon.
something from y'all.
You must like the old guys. You got me, Rod, and Dio on here with you, so you have to like the
Oh,
old
I had
guys.
a joke. I had a joke for Rod earlier. But
I'm gonna go with the upset, man. I'm
You would, you
taking
jerk.
I'm taking the Isles in this one.
Mammoth at Bruins.
No, the main one is
Oh, who
what
you
Rod
going with,
would
Rod?
say.
I'll rock with the Red Wings tonight.
Hell yeah. Mammoth at Bruins.
I'm gonna take the Mammoth.
I'm going to go with the
I'm
Bruins
also
at
taking
home.
Boston at home. Boston is really
give me
hard
the
to play
Mammoth.
at home, but they've been playing decent these last couple games. I think that Boston's going to continue that and win at home. I think the Mammoths have been struggling the last couple games. I mean, I know it's 35-38, but last couple games. Well, I know that's right.
So
We're
far, I
only
got
after
two.
games.
So far, I got two road teams. winning.
Blackhawks at the Maple Leafs.
I got to go with the Leafs at
Give
home.
me the Black Hawks.
That's 3 home teams.
I agree. Your goalie couldn't catch a cold.
Good. Give me my Leafs. Give me my Leafs. Let me see who's playing tonight because
Well, if I'm not mistaken, look on that Dio. I think what's his face, Bedard or whatever for Chicago is still out.
If it's Wall, give me Wall tonight. Wall's going tonight. Give
Bird?
me Toronto.
Give me the Blackhawks.
Flyers and Canadians.
I said
What was
give me
that,
the
Bird? I didn't hear-
Blackhawks.
Bird, I didn't hear that clearly. What are you into again? Oh, you said Hawks. Okay.
Flyers and
Yeah,
Canadians.
Bedard-
I
Hard's
thought
out
he
till the
said something
beginning of
else,
the
guys.
year.
It had nothing to do with hockey. Sorry.
I'm a rock with the Canadians.
I'm rocking with the Flyers as well. I
I'm
think
gonna
Pittsburgh.
go-
Or I think.
I'm gonna go with the Flyers.
I think Philly. I think Philly's gonna go into Montreal.
Give me the Habs.
All right.
Give me the Habs.
Give him the
No, they're
haves,
the
not the
Habs.
have-nots.
Canucks
I
and
know.
Rangers.
Have-
Habs,
Happy
Habs
Cats.
not.
That's what they are.
Canucks at Rangers.
Who?
Yeah, this probably be a sweep. The Rangers. It's not even gonna be close.
I got to go with the Rangers.
What?
No, give me the Vancouver Canucks.
Give me the Rangers.
Yep, give me the Canucks.
Going with the Canucks.
Man, the money line is plus 102. That's not good enough for me.
As in Power Rangers, as in
Not when you got 27 points to 36 points. I think the Rangers are gonna mollywop them.
are you going Power Rangers? You going Ranger Rick? What
It's
are
gonna
you
be like
going?
5-0 game. Now this is probably gonna be the best game of the night. No, it's not. I lied. Ducks at Blue Jackets.
No.
Give me the Ducks.
Give me the Ducks.
Give me the Flying V.
Give me the Blue Jackets in this one.
Oilers at Penguins. This is probably gonna be the best game of the night.
This might be a sweep.
Oilers.
Give me the Oilers.
Hell no! Give me the
That's
kid.
what I was going to say is the Oilers.
Y'all playing games. Y'all playing games right now.
I knew he was going with Pittsburgh. I knew that one.
It's not been pretty, but he's still been scoring.
I knew it.
it. Capitals at Wild. This is gonna be a really good game too.
Caps.
Yeah, I got the Wild at home.
Caps.
What'd you say,
I'm
bud?
going wow.
I say Wild.
There you go.
It's fine. I'll be an Island boy all
Flames
night.
at Sharks. I'm gonna go with the Sharks as well. They're out.
Yeah, I'm
Sharks
gonna
are
go
at
with the
home.
Flames.
San Jose,
With
they
the upset.
play well at home. They've been playing good hockey all year, but they are exceptional in front of their home crowd. And right now, San Jose is loving their team. Give me the Sharks. Avalanche at the Kraken.
I'm going
I'm taking the Kraken
I'm
at
Kraken.
home.
going
for the
Avalanche.
upset.
I'm taking
Yep.
the Kraken at home.
I think they get over
I'm going to take the
500.
Kraken as well, and I'm actually going to put Cheddar on this money line because it's +3. I like the Kraken at home. The Avalanche are playing
I
some
think they
really
get
good
above
hockey.
500
The
tonight.
Avalanche are slaying it on the ice, but I don't trust the Avalanche to keep this up through the playoffs. I still think that I still think another team in the West is going to end up winning the division. I don't think the Avalanche are going to end up winning that. Not the division, but like you know what I mean. They're not going to go to the Stanley Cup. I don't think the Avalanche are going to go to the Stanley Cup. I think it's going to be somebody else from the West. Yeah. All right, guys.
Brandon, there is one game in college
All right.
basketball
Who
slate.
you got in that game?
Louisville at Tennessee tonight. They're both ranked. So
Who you got in that game?
I want to say Louisville, but I gotta go Tennessee tonight.
Really?
It's
Give
at
me
Tennessee's favorite?
Tennessee.
They're ranked 20. They're 7-3. Louisville's 9-1,
So
and Louisville is the underdog. Well, I'm
it's
about to
because they're at
have some
home.
cheddar
They
on. What's up?
Yep, it's because they're at
Give me
home.
Louisville.
I started off with that free dollar. I'm up to 21. We're about to play this thing down. I'm about to play this thing down tonight.
Get hit. And then you do have Rod's favorite time game
Of
tonight.
I
course,
see
It's
you
going to be
checking
South Carolina at Clemson.
and you're frozen.
I would not wear that shirt
Neither one's
again.
ranked.
So sorry, y'all. That was a one-time wonder.
So
Oh, man, be like
Go
frozen.
Tigers!
Be like frozen and let it go.
it is at Clemson. So yeah.
All right, guys. Well, this has
it is
been
at
another
Little John,
episode
so
of the Married
yeah,
to Sports
I'd have to
Podcast.
probably say Clemson tonight.
Oh wait, I didn't pick mine. Louisville. Bird. All right, guys.
Yeah, Louisville.
You are on the
Louisville.
island.
There you
This has
go.
been another
Okay.
episode of the Married to Sports Podcast. Thank you all
I'm
so
on
much
the
for
island on
tuning
that
in.
one. That's okay.
We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
See ya.